All right, guys, so in this video, I'm going to be showing you my 5 indicators I'm going to be using in 2025 on Tradingview. These are my most accurate, most important indicators that I use to read the charts and give me confirmation on the trend, how strong the trend is, when the market's going to be more choppy. You can back test this for yourself. So that being said, super excited to share this video. Again, these are all free indicators on Tradingview. Doesn't cost any money. Let's dive straight into it. All right, guys, as you can see, we're on a blank chart on the NASDAQ right here. I'm going to be showing you my 5 most accurate, important indicators that I'm going to be using for 2025. So with that being said, if you're wondering what this orange line is, that's a VWAP. I'm not going to include this in this video. Most of you guys use that, already know what it is. Anyways, the first indicator I want to talk about is going to be the ADX. Okay, so I'm going to pull up the ADX, the average directional index. Now what the ADX does is it signifies the strength of the trend. Okay, so how strong is the current trend? Now keep in mind the ADX has no direction bias, right? So as you can see, this is going up even though price is going down because there's a strong downtrend. Okay, so just because it's going up doesn't mean there's a strong uptrend, right? It just means there's a strong trend in general, so there's no directional bias. Now, typically my rule of thumb is I only like to take my setups. If you guys don't know how I trade already, if you're new to this channel, I'm a trend pullback trader, kind of a scalper. So I look for micro pullbacks during a down or an uptrend, and I like to get in on them, right? So anyways, the way I determine whether the trend is strong, whether my setup is worth taking, is what I like to do is draw a horizontal line on the 25 line of the ADX. Okay, so I'm just going to draw a line right here. And basically the way it goes is if we're above the 25 line, I'll look for my setups. If we're below it, then I will ignore my setups. Simple as that. Now, the second indicator on Tradingview that I like to use once in a while, that's pretty helpful, I think, if you're a beginner. And this is to help you read the market structure, right? So the market structure is the price action, the trend. It helps me make my trading plan. So if we go inside my Discord group, as you can see, every single morning inside of here, I make a trading plan. So I make a trading plan for NQ. I say currently in bullish rotation to test resistance levels, interested in long steps if we hold above 21,450 area, right? And what I'm doing is I'm reading not only the levels, supply and demand levels, but I'm also seeing what is the market structure, right? What does the trend look like? How do I know, 21,450? And again, this is all based on reading the market structure. So a tool to help you read the market structure, if you just go over to the indicators tab, all you have to do is type in higher, and you'll see this indicator come up by Lonesome. Add this to your chart. So what this does is it reads the market for you. So before the market opened today, it opens at 7:30 my time. So as you can see, this is 6:30 where the gray area starts. And essentially the market opened right where my mouse is right here at 7:30. Okay, exactly right here. So this is what I saw when the market opened, and obviously, the pre-market action. Keep in mind I'm on a small time frame. So you can also use this on a bigger time frame to read the trend better. The way I got that 21,450 area, basically I wanted us to hold above it for me to take longs. Otherwise, I'm not really interested in trading as much, is based on what I saw. If we broke this 21,450, this is where it is, then the market structure for longs would be broken. And that's exactly what happened, right? We opened up, we dumped straight down, and then as you can see, we chopped the rest of the day, and now we're selling off. This would be a pretty bad day to take longs unless you're able to scalp a trade inside of this move up, right? And then on Sundays, obviously this level will hold, we'll keep going up, we'll get little pullbacks that we can take to our next resistance level. That just didn't happen today. But this indicator really helps with that. Once you have experience, you can kind of look at this blindly, but as a beginner, I think it's a helpful tool to help you read the market structure. All right, the third indicator I really like to use is going to be for intraday levels, okay? Helping you find support and resistance intraday levels. The bigger time frame, like the 1 hour chart where I find my gray zones, like the supply and demand zones, right? I also mark them inside my Discord group here. You'll see my charts every single day where my key levels are. By the way, guys, if you guys want to join our Discord community, I post my trading plan every single day in here for NQ and the S&P 500. This community is completely free to join. We don't charge any money. If you guys would like to join, we'd love to have you inside. We have an awesome trading floor with all kinds of other members you can chat, network with. You can ask me questions in here. Anyways, if you guys do want to join this community, I'd love to have you inside. All you have to do is go to the first link in the description below this video. Going back to this, like I said, this indicator is specifically for intraday levels. So moves we're making during the day, okay? So all you're going to do is type in volume, okay, and then make sure you type in dash and then based. If you type it in exactly like that, this will come up, volume dash base support and resistance zone. Just click on this, and what this does is it'll automatically create zones for you. You don't have to do anything. It just automatically creates the resistance and support levels with the most volume. But yeah, anyways, the way I like to use this is just, obviously I'm a trend pullback trader, so I don't want to enter long. Like let's say this kept going up. I'm not going to enter long on this red zone. I want to wait till we get above it. Or if I can take it down here, kind of use that red zone as a target, right? Same thing with the support side. If I'm looking to go short, I'm not going to short inside a green zone. There's a green zone right now that just got created, higher volume. I'm not going to go short inside this green zone. Even though the trend is down, we're getting a light pullback, right? I'm going to avoid going short because there's a lot of volume that got created at the support level. So anyways, very simple for intraday levels. I use it as a trend pullback trader. You can use it as a support and resistance trader if that's more your style. But again, I think this is another very helpful indicator that I use every single day. And keep in mind, I don't always have this up just because it can kind of make your chart a little bit crazy. It's just when I'm thinking about entering trades, I'll pull it up real quick. But you can hide it with a click of a button. Same thing with the market structure. So don't think you have to have all of these on your chart at once. Otherwise, your chart is going to look like one of those memes where they have 1,000 indicators on their chart, and no one wants that. All right, the fourth indicator I really like to use is something called ATR. So this is a pretty popular indicator, but I like to use it just as like a target for how many points I should go for if I'm trading futures. So what this is called is just type in average true range. Again, pretty popular indicator. And you can see this pops up on the bottom here, but the way I use it is just a target, right? So for example, the trade I took today was this right here. As you can see, we got an imbalance of buyers, and then we got a light pullback, and then buyers started stepping back in. I got in long right here, and I had my stop right below the lows. Okay, so now once I actually enter the position, I need to know where do I get out of it. Right, I already know where to put my stop loss because I always just put it below the last low. Now the ATR, the last indicator down here, I know it looks similar to the ADX, but it's completely different, is it just shows the average true range, so how much we're ranging in that current moment based on the time frame we're in. So as you can see, when I entered this candle, the range was around 13 points. Okay, you can see that on the very bottom right on this axis, 13 points. Okay, so for example, if I entered right at 450, then 50 plus 13 is 463. So simply just make a target to 463, and that's it, right? That's where you can trim your position. You can take the full position off, however you want to manage your position. You can take half off there and then go for another 13 points after that, however you want to do it. But anyways, the ATR is how I actually set my first target to actually trim my position or fully get out of the position if the market's looking more choppy. All right, and the last indicator I like to use is something called the RMAC. So this combines the RSI and the MACD together. This kind of requires a whole video, and I've made tons of videos on it in the past. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to throw up a video on the corner. You can go and watch that. It's a full 13-minute video that explains the RMAC, how I use it as a confirmation to actually enter my trade and all that good stuff. It takes a little bit of time to set up. There's a lot of settings you got to change and things you got to do on the chart. But it is completely free and it works very well. A lot of my students are using it and they like it as well. So anyways, guys, that's going to be my 5 most accurate TradingView indicators I'm using for 2025. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Real quick before you guys go, like I said before, if you guys want to join our free Discord community, get access to a trading floor, plus also see my trading plan every single day, my exact levels and plan I'm taking for the NASDAQ and the ES market. Like I said, this group is completely free to join. We don't charge you any money. We'd love to have you guys inside. All you have to do to join us is go over to the first link in the description below, or just head over to this link right here. That being said, guys, as always, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video with another day trading lesson.